radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Good evening everyone. Welcome along. Thanks for joining us again on round 7, we're on now, of the iRacing Grand Prix Legends Championship. This week from Hockenheim in Germany, the HockenheimRing. Yeah, how you doing? It's a sunny day up here in Scotland at the moment, so it's apologies if you hear the birds sing in the background, but I have the window open to try and get some cool air in here because it's quite warm. But yeah, so yeah, it's going alright so far. I think the series, we're just over the halfway mark, so time to reflect a little bit maybe on the first half of the season. So yeah, it's going okay. Probably better than I expected, to be fair. I didn't really know what to expect coming in. But we all of the live streams, if you've been watching the live streams, it went pretty well. I think we've won them all, which was totally unexpected.
That's a new fastest lap for Morris, 140.1.
Practice is going on at the moment, hence the noise. And yeah, the broadcast race, the main races on this Saturday have actually also gone amazingly well. I think I've finished second 3 times, and 5th once, and DNF'd once, which was at Knockhill last time, which is a shame because we were running in the lead at the time. But yeah, no, really amazed to be at the front. Really happy to be at the front. But yeah, no, it's going pretty well. So anyway, tonight, Hockenheim, Germany. Where are we in the world? So yeah, as you can see the map there. Yeah, Hockenheim. It's kind of southwest Germany. Doesn't look like it's that far from. Well, mind you, Nürburgring's up here somewhere, isn't it? I'm not very good with my German geography. But again, Knockhill last weekend in Scotland, home race for me. But I'm also half German, so this is kind of also a home race. Yeah, it looks like there's a kind of river running through here, the Rhine. Very famous river, obviously. I didn't realise it was close to the Rhine. And Hockenheim, which, as you can see, looks like this. But if you're like me, and you grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, you'll remember that Hockenheim really should look like this, with this big loop through the countryside. A couple of chicanes in it. I think it was the last chicane was here. But yeah, they chopped all that away, tore up the tarmac, planted a bunch of trees, and yeah, made it a little bit shorter and a little less unique, shall we say, Hockenheim, than it used to be. Yeah, Hockenheim was always, especially growing up, it was always the kind of crazy circuit where they just go out into the trees flat out. And yeah, but it was obviously, I don't know how fun it was for the drivers, but it was fun to watch. There was lots of slipstreaming and overtaking. But yeah, tragedy as well, obviously, at Hockenheim. The first chicane was called the Clark chicane up here because that's where Jim Clark met his maker, so to speak. Not in this car, but in 1968, I think it was, in an F2 race at Hockenheim. Before there were any chicanes here, this was just a fearsome loop. And I mean, having driven this thing in the sim, obviously, I can only imagine how ridiculously scary it's supposed to be, especially around here, this gentle curve, and I think it was wet on the day that Clark crashed as well. So, yeah, someplace. But today, anyway, we're focused on the modern circuit, which is here, so we've kind of chopped off a little bit. It's, yeah, it kind of comes up here. You've got turn 1, a bit more sharp than the old turn 1 used to be back in the day. Make sure I'm not talking too long, I don't want to miss the race. And then we've got a short blast into the first kind of hairpin, if you like. It's almost a hairpin. But the tractions out here is really important because this is all flat out all the way around Parabolica down to the kind of main hairpin. And then these cars, obviously, getting traction out of here is obviously a big challenge. So exit here is important. Exit of this hairpin is important. Then you've got this flick here that's not flat out. In these cars, it usually is in a car with downforce. Get to the car to the right, and then you've got this twisty section here. Again, you're always trying to get power on through corners. That seems to be the the theme at Hockenheim is you're always trying to get the power down as you're turning, which sounds like a silly thing to say because you're always doing that, but prolonged turning, I think, at Hockenheim. Then a wee blast down here and then to the kind of stadium section, which remains unchanged, I think, mostly from the olden days. In the right hand end, the kind of famous, what's that curve called again? Well, I can't remember, it'll come to me. The one where Sebastian Vettel went off in 2018. We all remember that, any Ferrari fans watching. Through a kink here, over a wee rise, and then through the last two right-handers and start finish straight. So that's what the circuit looks like. Before I run out of time, I'll take you on try and commentate on a lap. Hi Jordan. Hi Jordan. Hi Dad. I'm reading the text. Hi Dad. Good to see you. Right, let's go for a lap of Hockenheim. One I prepared earlier. Didn't just hit a button there, did I? No. Click here. Click on that. And let's go. So exit in the last corner. Up through the gears. Quite a late braking because it's just a wee flick into the first corner. And you can run really wide in the exit. But not too wide. If you run beyond the curve, pretty much you get an off track. So you're trying to avoid that. Again, up through the gears, braking down for the first of the kind of heavy braking zones. Now again, this is important to be neat and tidy. And again, out of here, the track, as you can see, snakes. And you're trying to get the power on all the time, and it's without sliding. If you slide, I think we're going a wee bit wider, kick up a bit of dirt. If you slide sideways or correct, then you lose speed all the way down here, and your lap's ruined. So, but indeed, down here it's just about minimum inputs. You don't want to take off too much speed with the drag, and then heavy braking. So easy to go deep here, because there's not really a brake marker. You brake well before the 150 meter board. Getting out of here, I keep it in second gear. It's a bit less wheel spinning on the exit, but it does mean takes a while for the power to come in. Then you've got this fast kink right, which you stay in fourth for. You can use a bit of curve on the exit if you want to. Bring it back to the right, because this is quite a tight corner here again, back down to second gear. Again, try and keep it to the left, but it's difficult the car wants to go right, because you need to then flick to the right for this one. Coming out of here again, car squirming, try to get on the power as early as you can. It's all about putting power down and turning, as I say. Into the old stadium section, use plenty of curve on the inside. If you go too wide there, you understeer. I think it's off camber slightly, so you can understeer really wide if you don't get enough apex. A lot of camber in here, so you can go quite deep, but it's important to get, again, a good run for the exit, and the car goes light over the crests here, as you see. Down, back in a gear again, into the first right-hander, and here it's all about getting a good balance. You want the back end to be coming round with you. If you're understeering or oversteering, you lose time. Having to have a balanced car, use all the track on the exit, and across the line. Boom. That's a lap. So, let's go live with the timings. Let's see where we are. So I set a lap earlier on. What have we got? 37.6, the nearest to 38.9, so that looks pretty good. Quite of a smallish grid at the moment. We've got 10 people registered. But that could change in the next, 5 minutes? It's going to be quite a small grid, isn't it? But at least we'll get a race with 10 registered. I always worry coming onto these streams that we're not actually going to get a race. It's going to be quite quiet, but yeah, 10's a decent size. Let's switch the torque on. So, I only ran for the first time with the quali setup about half an hour ago. Spent most of my time working on race setup, so basically just took the fuel out, as usual. A wee bit adjustment to preload to try and get the springs the same. But yeah, it felt okay actually. So 37.6 by the way, probably about my fastest lap I've ever done around here. So I don't know if I'll improve on that tonight, this evening or not. I've done one race distance a few nights ago before I really dialed the setup in. So again, not really sure. Thanks, Stuart. Thank you for tuning in. And thanks for the good luck. I'll need it. Right. What are we going to do? What we took time. We've got 5 minutes. So let's go for a lap, shall we? Let's switch to the onboard view. Hello. See the feet? We haven't got. Oh, there's the circuit map. Yeah. Always takes a second for the map to pop up, and I start panicking. It's like I haven't got a map. Right. So yeah, let's head to the car. Ah, itchy nose time. Ignition. Power. Let's go.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Looks like you're clear on the pit exit.
One of the first things. Oh no, we've dropped to 9 registered. Somebody's given up. One of the first things I noticed driving this after the last 2 weeks. Last week Knock Hill, obviously, and the week before that, Zandvoort. Very, very busy circuits those. And Lotus 49 where you go down first. Knock Hill's busy anything. But here there's these nice long straights. So wide circuit. It's nice to have a race, we're back up to 10 I see, it's nice to have a circuit where you do get a tiny bit of a rest in the Lotus 49, because the last few weeks have been very hectic laps. Not that I'm saying this is by any means an easy circuit, it's definitely not, it's very technical. It's very easy to overcook things or be too cautious.
Your quickest overall.
But it is nice to have a gap between corners sometimes where you can breathe. And also because the circuit's quite long. It's not like last week at Knockhill where you worry about tyre temperatures. Taking 2 laps and laps to come in, because by the time you've done a couple of laps, the tyres are pretty much where they should be, temperature wise. Well, let's see what we can do if I get a lap in before the time ticks away. Ah, it's too wide. You can get an off track for that. So you can't do that in qualifying because you lose your time. That was a terrible exit, so can't do that in qualifying either.
Sector 1 time was good.
Shift up in the middle of that corner.
Sector 2 time is quick.
As well, you can shift up on your way out the corner.
Okay, Jordan, very little fuel left. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. You've got half your fuel left.
It's the second time I missed the shift there. More of a lift needed. Yeah, the car feels okay actually in the quality trim.
Sector 1's quick.
Oh, I just couldn't get to the apex. That last one is another corner where you can go too wide and pick up an off track.
Sector 2 time is okay. Two litres remaining.
Ah, it's the end of the session. I'll keep going. Just to see what this lap was. Oh, 7.4.
That puts you 1.4 seconds ahead of P2.
And it wasn't that
Sector
neat
3
of a lap.
times okay.
Wasn't that neat of a lap to be fair, so 7.4 I'm happy with in a qualifying setup for a kind of scruffy lap. So, right, so qualify. Well, we get the 2-minute warm up, don't we? Time for a drink of water. Keep hydrated. Nice circuit this actually. I didn't like it when I first drove it. I mean, I love the circuit, but in this car it was a bit awkward. But kind of managed to find a balance I'm reasonably happy with, which is half the battle in the Lotus 49. There's literally no grip and there's tons of power, so you're just trying to find a balance that you're happy with. And if you get a balance, then that's most of the battle. Right, let's let qualifying set up on. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, it is quite lively, Stuart, you're right. Let's just say lots of power and 0 downforce. Back in a sec, guys. Just need to put the quality setup on. Right, here we are. 1 minute. We've got, what, a couple of minutes, a minute and a half left, so let's do a wee practice run, see what the circuits are like in the race session.
Pit exit is clear.
Oh,
now,
come
black
on.
flag will make to pit to serve this penalty.
Yeah, I came out the pits far too hot there and got a black flag, so you start again. Not really get much testing here, am I? What did we have in the race anyway? 10. We do have the 10, so. Not too much clutch that time.
Pit exit is clear.
Oh. Got a hazy sky. All the sessions I've been in so far have been kind of cloudy, but it's quite hazy, doesn't it? That's going to do the track temperature. Probably should have checked that before I got out of the track, but well. There's the checker flag. Well, the track feels much the same as it's done in every other session I've driven, so that's good. Right, what have we got? Let's just go for it, shall we? No point in hanging around. Right, as usual, I probably won't talk too much during my qualifying laps. So I try and keep this thing on the black stuff, in between the white lines.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Alright, Jordan, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
A decent time. That's all we're after.
Track temperature is falling. It's now 19 Celsius.
Oh, I got more than I thought it was going to. Ah! Oh!
2 litres left.
Ah, the last few corners, they were a disaster.
The guy behind has just done a 138.5. You're currently 0.6 quicker than second.
Oh, 37.9, so I mean compare that with, what did I do in practice? 37.5 or 4 or something. I'll get the power down to kill, obviously. Yeah, it's the first corner is difficult, so it was better my second run there. I think my second lap was on course to be pretty good. But yeah, it's all about getting the nose in, so if you get the nose in with the right amount of weight transferred, if you get too much weight, obviously understeers, not enough weight, understeers. If you get the nose loaded into turn 1, the back starts to come around, and then if you get on the throttle at the right time and catch it, you can drift nicely, as I did I think on my second quality lap there. But it's difficult, like it's really difficult to get things right. Same with the wee kink that you can just about see at the top of the screen there. After the hairpin, the right hander, same, it's about getting the car into the attitude that it wants to drift nicely, and setting the car up in a way that it's easy to get it into that attitude, I think is the key to those kind of corners. But yeah, I overcooked the rears coming off of that curb into the stadium section there, went sideways on it. It goes up in steps and up in steps, and then you've got the green bit. So if you go over a step, especially where it steps off to the green bit with too much throttle, the back wants to just fly around on you. So I'm going to take the gloves off for a sec to get some air. And I think I overcooked them there, and then they were hot for the rest of the stadium section, so I probably lost a lot of time there. What was my... I can have a look at splits, actually. Yeah, so my fastest lap was actually 0.2 slower than my fastest final sector was in the first lap. It was fastest in the first 2 sectors. Pardon me, 0.2 slower, and I lost in the last sector. So. Oh god, I should be watching the grid, shouldn't I? See what position we're in now. We're still in pole. 37.5 looks like the next best one. No, I can't imagine it in real life either. It's terrifying, and I mean, when you imagine it in real life as well, you've got to remember
That's the end of the session. Pole position. Nice one.
Woo! You've got to remember that these guys didn't have safety railings or gravel traps or tyre barriers. So to be handling something like this at these speeds is crazy, with no safety. Right, 2 secs while I put the race setup on. Right, here we are, let's get gloved up and get to the start line. On to that, left. Need the classic 1970s, 1960s leather gloves. Right, let's hit the grid, let's get you guys on board. And the race setup is on, I have torque activated. Grid, with a minute to go. Start the engine. Right. 50 seconds to go unless everyone grids up. Here we go.
21 laps. The air temp is 19 Celsius. Okay, Jordan, get ready. Go, go, go!
Ah, too much wheel spin. Oh, there's a guy on the inside, got an absolute stonker.
On your right.
I'm going backwards like a stone.
Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Clear right.
Ah!
Left side. Hold your line.
I don't think I hit him. That was close though.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left. Still there. Still there. Hold your line.
That was nice.
Hold your line. Clear left.
B2.
On your left. Clear left.
Do we manage to break the toe? Got a good exit. Doesn't look like he's catching me. No, I think we're safe.
Well done, Jordan. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. You're now in the lead.
See what kind of pace we have then. 21 laps today.
Olsen behind is increasing. It's now 2.0 seconds. That was a 138.3.
Exit out of there is pretty good, I have to say. Car plane speed earlier. Able to get the power down quite early.
We're setting the pace. That lap was a 1:38.4. It's now 4.4 seconds. Setting the pace.
38.4 was that, or 38.5 almost. We're setting the pace, but I'm not setting the world on fire with that pace, I don't think. Mind you, it's relative. Relative to everyone else. Aware that fast people are going to appear on Saturday, faster people I should say.
To Olsen behind is increasing. It's now 7.7. We're quickest at the moment.
38.2. I mean, the thing is, the car doesn't feel that bad, so. That's the thing, is that we advise it a bit. I don't. If somebody turns up and starts going a lot faster than this, I don't know where I'm going to get the time from. It's pretty well balanced, I have to say. And there's a bit understeering. I think that's more the driver than anything else.
Right now.
Again, you do tend to leave a little bit on the table when you're 10 seconds off the road. Make sure you don't miss a little mistake. Battling hard for the lead tends to focus the mind a bit more.
So Olsen behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. Fastest lap. That lap was at 1:38.0.
That's more like it.
Setting the pace.
38.0 again, good. messier that time.
Okay, Jordan, that's half distance.
Ah!
10 laps of fuel left.
Oh,
We're quickest at the moment. You've
I was
just done
expecting an off track for that.
138.4.
I didn't get one. You don't want to pick up off tracks and stuff because it affects your safety rating. I think I've got one yet. I can't see.
Gap to Olsen behind is now 14 seconds.
You guys will be able to see on the stream because it says incident count. Still says 0x and that's good.
Sector 1 is 0.3 off the pace.
Thank you for that encouragement.
Jordan, that's good consistency, keep it up. That was 138.3.
Not that good. You see me doing this a lot, it's good. So my hands are getting sore from the force on the steering wheel. That's a bit wheel spinning.
Behind is now 16 seconds.
So, the positive thing is that the balance of the car is not really changing.
You've just done a 138.7.
Let's go down the fuel. We've got 5 laps left, there's been 6 laps left. So obviously these old cars, not quite as refined as modern race cars. So as the fuel comes out, the car comes up quite a bit with a soft suspension. Ah!
Left side.
What are you doing?
Clear left.
So when that happens, the suspension geometry changes quite a bit, and you get different cambers, different ride heights, which affects the handling. But so the trick is to try and get a setup that there's lots of tricks, but one of the tricks is to get a setup that the weight coming off counteracts the effect of the less ideal suspension geometry you've got, and you at least don't go that much slower. Ideally you should go faster as the fuel comes out, but that's not always the case. Again, maybe if I was try and push for like a quali style lap or something, I would go faster, but missed a shift again there. Good start to the lap apart from that.
Behind is increasing. It's now 17 seconds.
The car does feel more nimble, to be fair.
Okay, Jordan, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left. The quickest right now.
Think I can finish the race? I've only got 3 laps left, so hopefully I'll be okay. Or 8.3 again that lap, so. Ah, off track. Because I'm trying to push a lot harder.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Car feeling okay actually. The lighter fuel. See what I can do. To Olsen behind is now 19 seconds. Come on, Jordan, 2 laps left. You're P1, only 2 laps of fuel left. 38-0 again. My last sector was a weak at time. The rest of the lap was not bad.
Keep it together, we'll win this. This is the last lap of fuel. Setting the pace, the last lap time was at 1:38.1.
It's going to be pretty tight on fuel.
Remaining.
Ah, 38.2. So I was getting slower at the end despite all
Well done,
that.
Jordan. Great win. You deserve
Whew.
that today.
Right, what fuel have we got left? 0.4. I'm tempted to put another click of fuel in for the race on Saturday, like, because that's a bit hardcore. Oh, there we go then. Fantastic. Whew. Let's head back out of the car and out of chat mode so you can see me sweating. Close race. Is that sarcasm, Stuart? Which sim is this? This is iRacing. Yeah, I'm not using the clutch. And as Steve says, as in real life, you only need the clutch to start. It's a dog gearbox in this, in the Lotus 49. Although, fun fact, I do believe that in real life in the Lotus 49, they did have to use the clutch because the steering column was went down between their feet, so they couldn't actually get their left foot across to the brake pedal. But in the sim, I choose to ignore that and left foot brake and use the clutch. Whew. Yeah, that was good fun. The car was pretty stable through the whole thing, and I was a wee bit slower than I would like to be at the end. But again, you don't know until Saturday what everything else. My fastest lap was a 37.955 in lap 9, and on lap 19 I did a 38.003, so virtually the same time. Whew. Right. Yeah, that's pretty much all we have for tonight. Again, if you like that and you want to see me sweat even more, well, you won't physically see me sweat even more, but you know what I mean. If you want to see me race against the cream of the crop, we race on a Saturday at 2:30 GMT or BST, sorry, as it is now, British summertime. So yeah, 2:30 sim racing. What's it again? Global Sim Racing channel on YouTube. Check them out. And there's a broadcast race, but like the F1 coverage. We've got commentary. There's a timing tower at the left hand side, and yeah, we will try and repeat that performance on Saturday. Although it's obviously not going to be easy to do that. Yeah, difficult to know where we're going to be on Saturday, but pace seems good against the guys that were here tonight. Thanks to everyone for a good race. Thank you for everyone who raced me at the start, because again my start was pretty atrocious, and yeah, it was a nice little battle at the start there, so cool. Can you not try that car around Grand Prix Car Club? Unfortunately, Grand Prix Car Club's not in the sim. Cheers though, still better. Thanks, thank you. But if you're interested in seeing it go around the circuit that it's really not designed to go around, then check out last week's live stream from Knockhill, because as I think I said at the time, it's got far too much power all the time. So it would be similar at Grand Prix Kart Club. Maybe Golspie, they do sprints. Well, they do sprints at Grand Prix Kart Club as well, don't they? But at least Golspie, there's a bit of banking in it. No, for me, kart circuits are for karts. But yeah, this thing around Knockhill was a bit like taking it around the kart circuit. It was absolutely mental. Whew. Right, guys. Yeah, cheers. It's getting late. I'm up early for work tomorrow. That bad word. So I need to go and shower and yeah, head to bed. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, again, if you're on YouTube or whatnot, give the video a like and stuff if you enjoy what you see, and I will see you. Oh, before you go, why not green? I'm not sure what you mean by why not green, sorry. Why not VR? Okay, why not VR? Because, tell you why, because I had VR and it is the best immersion you'll get in sim racing, hands down. Absolutely amazing. You're sitting in the car, you can look over your shoulder, it's phenomenal. But I get motion sickness, and I couldn't last more than about 20 minutes in it, and it was horrible because it really is so amazingly. And there are guys that race at Lotus 49 in the VR. But yeah, there was one specific race where I crossed the line, slammed on at the checker flag, slammed on the brakes, jumped out, ran to the toilet, and did the business. It was, yeah, I really couldn't hack VR, unfortunately, which is a shame because it is the best. But having said that, the triple screens here are pretty good, and we've got the replica wheel, which again you wouldn't see in VR, and the gear shifter, and yeah, I'm not disappointed with the setup that I've got. So yeah, anyway, before everyone goes, next week I'm 99% sure, racing at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which I don't even know. I mean, obviously I've been round it in various games, but I don't know it well enough to race. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Trying to learn the Nürburgring. I think we've got like 10 laps or something we're doing. It's hardly any laps because it's so long. But yeah, Nürburgring, Lotus 49. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, see you next week, guys, and don't forget to catch the broadcast race on Saturday. Thanks, and I'm out. See you later.